You think this guy's in pretty good shape, right? Pretty ripped up, looking pretty good? Well, he's not. I'm going to tell you why. What's up, guys? It's Johnny with Six Pack Shortcuts. Today I've got a special guest, good friend, good buddy, also co-worker, Jax. So let me exactly explain what I meant by saying that Jax is not in good shape. So clearly, Jax has a pretty good frame, pretty ripped up, pretty good shape. However, he can be in much better shape. Jax used to work out a lot, and just like a lot of people, kind of fell off the wagon. And I've been coaching Jax for just a few weeks now, so he's still pretty fresh in the program. But I wanted to bring Jax by today to talk about weak point training, because clearly he has a pretty good frame, pretty good base. But there were a lot of things that Jax had mentioned to me in our beginning conversations that there were some real issues and concerns he had with certain body parts, certain movements, certain things in his day-to-day routine that he was really concerned about and wanted to improve on. We're gonna do some weak point training. Give me 3 things right now that you wanna work on improving.
Man, just a few things that I haven't really had in a while is real power in my shoulders. You know,
okay.
Once I fell off, I lost a lot of that.
Okay.
Grip strength, which, I mean, like you told me, kind of has a play in everything you do.
Okay.
Regardless what the movement is.
Okay.
And just my overall flexibility.
Okay, so shoulder power, grip strength, and just overall a little bit of flexibility. What I do for Jax is I coach him on our Platinum Coaching Program. I lay out a game plan, everything included. Diet, nutrition plan, day-to-day ins and outs. We talk twice a week. I've been doing this for Jax for only about 2 weeks, and I devised his plan based on our initial conversations on what his end goals were. So what Platinum Coaching is actually, I now am directly privately training guys all over the world. I take all the guesswork out of everything. I devise a custom workout routine based on your goals, also based on your schedule, because some of you guys I know are super important businessmen traveling all the time. Devise a full nutrition plan. You know exactly what to eat, when to eat, how much to eat. Supplement plan. You know when to take your supplements. What supplements should you be taking? What supplements shouldn't you be taking? I actually send personalized videos demonstrating your workouts for that week. Why don't you tell them what I've done for you so far? It's been just a few weeks.
Yeah, I mean, Johnny's done everything from outline my workouts to the diet plan, nutrition, supplementation, when to eat my meals, meal timing, the portion sizes. I mean, like you said, he's taking the guesswork completely out of it.
Just in a matter of 2 weeks, Jax has already come down 10 pounds of body fat, which is huge, easy, at least 10 pounds. So let's get started with what I like to call weak point training. You ready?
Line them up for me, Johnny.
All right, Jax. So based on the feedback you just gave me, we're trying to bring up our shoulder power, a little bit of activation, shoulder strength, trying to bring up our grip strength, and we want to increase your flexibility a little bit. So shoulder strength, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to show you a nice superset that is something completely outside the box that probably 99% of you guys have never seen before. So with shoulders, a common misconception is press, press, press. Should be doing dumbbell presses, barbell presses, behind the neck presses. But you've got to remember, your shoulders are actually, as synergists, means they're actually going to help your movement in a lot of different exercises, specifically your chest. Here's what we're going to do. So we're going to take this bench, and this is one of my favorite supersets, and we're going to try to isolate the shoulder as much as possible. And the other thing is, your shoulder, the ways they're attached, the muscles are actually attached, is from back to front. We're going to do a combination, and we're going to add in these 2 guys. So these are wrist straps. You can pick these up for $5 at a sporting goods store.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome, bro. And here's what we're going to do. I've got a really light weight. You don't need a lot of weight, especially for your posterior deltoids, your rear deltoids. You don't need to be using a lot of weight to activate them. So we're going to attach this one on that hand. Okay, good. We're going to attach this one on this hand. Okay, keep your chest up. Sit up. So the first portion, you're going to do 10, and you're going to keep your palms facing each other. And we're going to be hitting your lateral delt. There is going to be some rear delt tied into this, but we're mostly going to be hitting your lateral delt. Okay, with the squeeze. 1, 2, 3. Good. You should be feeling all right in here. 3. Good. 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. Good squeeze and contraction. 8. 2 more. 9. 1 more. And after this last one, you're going to lean back on the bench. Lean all the way back. Keep your hands in front of you. Now do 10 more, really targeting. Keep your hands that way. Target your posterior deltoid. Go ahead and get 10 more. 1, try not to bend your elbows. 2, good. You want to feel it all in here. 3, there you go. 4, 5, good. So you can see all that firing in there. 6, there it is. 7, 8, good. 2 more. 9, last one. 10, good job. Just bring your hands together. So here's what we did there. We put the cuffs on because that eliminates your wrist. That eliminates your grip strength. A lot of people, when they think lateral raises, oh, I want to lift these weights with my hand, but realistically, you want to lift the weight with your shoulder. So that kind of takes it out of the equation, so you're almost forced to use your deltoid. Cool. So again, the first part of the set, you want to sit up, have my shoulder blades back. So my arms are out, but they're not out here. Okay? They're back, contract. Now the main target on this one is going to be your lateral deltoid. That's this lateral head. You're going to have a little bit of rear deltoid involvement. But for the most part, you should be getting a nice stretch and contraction in your lateral deltoid. That's the side of your shoulder.
Something else I'm noticing is you're not really crossing your hands. It's really not necessary to take it.
So you're staying in the range of motion, basically. You're keeping the tension there. Kind of as soon as you relax that, all the tension goes off your shoulder and goes on the traps. So that was 10, and then you will lean back, slightly turn your hands, and now we're aiming for our rear delts. I still have my shoulder blades pinched back, flat on the bench at this point. Slow and controlled. If you come in the gym and you do the same thing all the time, there's an old quote from Arnold in his Pumping Iron movie. He's like, haha, I know your tricks, body. I know what you're going to do next. You know, you go from press, you go from dumbbell press to lateral raises. I know your tricks. You can't do the same thing all the time. Your body's a complex machine. It's going to get used to it. So you've got to interlace certain things like this, thinking way outside the box, to really continue that growth and acceleration. Utilizing something as simple as this can isolate that deltoid so much. How did that feel compared to most rear delt raises, most lateral raises you've done?
Yeah, it definitely forced my shoulders to fire in places they wouldn't have before.
Exactly.
It kind of forced my body to evolve to pulley.
So Jackson and I talked a little bit about grip strength in our first meeting, and I told him, you know, how crucial it is in a lot of exercises. Improving your grip strength is going to be kind of tenfold, helping you out in all different areas. So that's why we want to do this. So it's often overlooked when guys work out arms. They come to the gym, it's arm day. Let's do some bis, do some tries, we'll buy someone, try it out, sup. So moving on, we're going to head on to grip strength now. Weak point training for your grip strength. So like I mentioned, a lot of guys just come in the gym out, do some curls, do some rope push downs, and they're done. Well, you're forgetting about your forearms. We're going to do some reverse curls, but we want to make sure your thumbs are wrapped around the bar. Thumbs around the bar. There you go. 1, 2, good. 3, good. You see he has his shoulders pinched back? That's perfect. 4, 5, 6. So he feels it in his biceps. 7, but he's also activating his forearms. 8, his brachioradialis, his biceps brachii, and his brachialis. All 3 of those are right there, and you're going to be worked on this. Is that 10?
That's 10.
Okay, don't drop it. Don't drop it. Sit down on the bench. Put your feet over it. There you go. Now 10 forearm curls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now you can drop it. Hop down on your knees, face the bench. Pick it up and put your forearms on the bench. Now with the overhand grip. And now you're going to do reverse forearm curls. Good. 10 of those. And if it's too much, just let me know. I can drop the weight. Move your wrist a little bit further. Move your arms a little bit further back. You want your wrist just on the outside.
You want a close grip?
No, regular shoulder width grip. Yep. Perfect. 1, 2. Okay, so I can notice. That's okay. So he just doesn't quite have the grip strength yet to do those, but we'll put the weights off and go ahead and pump them out. 1, 2. Oh yeah. 3. Look. 4, 5. Halfway. 6. Good. Come on. 7, Good. 8. Good. 9. Good. 10. Good. Perfect. So, good job. How's that feel?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm really glad that that happened. So you can see that's a weak point for Jax.
Yeah.
He struggles. His brachioradialis, his brachialis are just a little bit underactive, a little bit weak. So just like Jax did, stand up straight, slight knee, bend to the knees, thumbs wrapped around the bars, shoulder blades back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so don't drop the bar. It's time under tension. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last set.
Now you said time under tension. Is that just why you're not putting the bar down?
Exactly.
A little bit of extra time.
Exactly. That's a little bit extra. That's my little personal technique. Don't drop the bar. Just keep it going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So drop these weights.
Oh, yeah.
7, 8, 9, 10. Even exposed a little weakness in myself, so good job. You mentioned that really early on when we met. It's like, man, I'm just feeling stiff all the time.
Yeah, man.
Struggling. I gave him a nice stretch circuit to complete all the time. So that's common. Lower back tightness. I'm sure some of you guys out there have experienced that on back day or leg day. You're doing squats, you're fine. Add a little weight, do another set, you're fine. And all of a sudden, it's debilitating. It's like you feel this tightness. Well, there's quite a few things that can be causing that. One of those could be your hamstrings. The other one could be your glutes. But the main one that might be causing it that you're probably not even aware of, you ever heard of your psoas?
No.
Okay, your psoas. P-S-O-A-S is how it's spelled. And what they are these stabilizer muscles that are inside your abdomen. They attach at your spinal erectors in the back and run forward and down and attach at your legs. So it gives your core that stabilization. So they are very, very, very active when you're doing back, when you're doing legs, any type of twisting. So if you never stretch them, massage them, exercise them, loosen them up, they're always going to be tight. There is a stretch that you can hit them. It's a little bit difficult, but I'm going to show you how to do it. Take one knee right here. The first part of the stretch we're going to do is we're going to stretch our hip flexors. So this is going to help with our squat mobility as well. So bring this leg a little bit more forward. Okay? And on the hip flexor stretch, you're going to want to drive this back hip forwards while reaching up over your head. So just like this, drive your hip forward. And you should feel nice tightness all right in here. Do you feel that tightness?
All the way down.
Okay.
Halfway down my
So
spine.
reach up over your head. Keep driving through. Okay, give that about 15 seconds. You've got to hold a stretch at least 15 seconds for the muscle spindles to relax. It's part of your body that prevents overstretching. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go for the psoa. So what you do is you do the same motion, same thrust with your hip forward, reaching up over your head, but you're going to lean. Now, you might need to take a wider base with this leg. You're going to lean to the other side. Try and touch your hand on the floor. So if you're leaning up the way you're leaning, you're going to lean to your left. Try and touch your left hand on the floor. There it is.
Oh, yeah.
Right here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Your psoa is deep in there. So this is really the only way to get to it, or a deep tissue massage. Okay, release. Do that one more time.
That's the real deal.
That's the real deal, bro. If you can't quite reach down there, put a block or something and just lean on that block. There you go. Remember, we're not so much going to the side, but we're going backwards more. Feel it all right in there.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Good. Feel that stretch?
Oh, yeah.
Good. So this is going to help with a lot of things. It's going to relieve some minor aches and pains, but it's also going to help with his performance. With his squat mobility, lunges, anything involving the torso is going to be really loose. The torso and legs are going to be really loosened up. There you go. That's it. Move this way closer. There you go. Good. All right, release. Good job. So, another thing you mentioned with the back pain and this leg tightness is your hamstrings. When they are tight, they can pull down on your pelvis. So think about it. Your hamstrings are running up here and attached to your glute. Same thing with your glute. It's tight. It's going to pull and give you that anterior tilt. Anterior pelvis tilt means it's tilting forward. Posterior means it's tilting backwards. So when it does that, say what?
A little pop.
A little pop, pop. Booty got back. So my first most common hamstring stretch is a hamstring hang. So cross one leg over the left. Go down to the floor. And that back leg, oh yeah, you're tight, bro. So you want to keep this leg tight. Good. You feel this on here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, he's feeling it. So hold that for 10 to 15 seconds, and then you can switch to the other leg. And his hamstrings are flexible. He should be able to keep this back leg tight and touch the ground. Okay, so after you hit 2 of those, then let's go back down to the one knee, the hip flexor stretch. Now this time, let's go ahead and bring this leg straight out on your heel. Exactly, straight in front of you. Perfect. Now go ahead and stretch that hamstring, lean forward. Try and keep that leg straight. So keep it straight, but only go as far as to when you feel that tightness. You don't want to overstretch.
It's it
right there. That's okay. It's gonna take you a while. That's fine. Your hamstrings are obviously a little bit overactive and tight. So if you do this every day, in about a couple weeks, you should be able to get down there a lot more. So switch back to the other knee. And now we're gonna do one of my favorites. This also is gonna help with your hip mobility, your glute mobility, hamstring flexibility. We're gonna do the pigeon pose. So you actually go ahead, bring this knee way out in front of you, and you're gonna go right over top of it, like this. There you go. There it is. Good. Good. You feel this all back here in your hip, your glute?
All in my hip, all the way down my glute. Yep.
Good. And then as you get better, you should be able to almost lay your body down further and further. Sit deep into it. Good. This is called pigeon pose. It's a common yoga move, but it really helps with working out, weightlifting, squat mobility.
Oh yeah, I like that one.
Other leg. Yeah, it's a little hard getting in position if you're stiff, but once you start getting used to it, you'll get better at it. Good. So try to bring this leg just up a little bit more. There you go. Good. Good, and you can actually go, when you're doing this, you can actually hit different angles. You can go to this side, you can go front, you can go over your toe, and you'll feel it hitting different areas of your glute, quads, and hamstrings. Good, dude.
Oh yeah.
That's it. How's that feel?
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
Okay.
That's probably my favorite one so far.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
good.
I like that one.
I'm glad. So that's all we got for today. We did some great weak point training. We helped out his shoulders. I showed him the superset on the cables using the cuffs. We worked on his grip strength a little bit using reverse curls, superset with some forearm curls, front and back. And then he told me he had a little bit of issues with his flexibility, so we came over here and really worked on his hamstrings, his glutes, and his psoas, which are so important to stretch out if you're working out hard, doing compound lifts, squatting, cleans, any of that sort of thing. All right, guys, it's Jonny with SixPackShortcuts.com. That's all I've got for today. Jax, I want to thank you for coming out and participating, bro. Good job. If you like this video, if you want some more videos like this, fitness, nutrition related, subscribe to our channel, Six Pack Shortcuts. If you like this video and you learned something from it, share it. Share it with your friends, your workout buddies, your coworkers. And also, I'm curious, what weak points do you guys have out there? I want you to comment what your weak points are. I'm going to read them personally and do more of these weak point training videos. If you're interested in working with me, just like Jax is in our Platinum Coaching Program, please reach out directly to me. My email address is jcatanzano, so that's JCATANZANO at SPScoach.com. That's all I got for today. Great job, buddy.
Thanks, brother.
Your ass got to stretch some more.
All right.
Let's get to it, bro.
Go it.